Alright, just going live from the current location to discuss a few topics. And again, just to mention as well that it's accurate and I'm able to verify. Otherwise, this is completely distorted. The color of my eyes is incorrect. So one of our dads, I don't know if he, as a parent, is really struggling. I don't know if a lot of our parents, like dads and older brothers, are struggling because every topic that was discussed became grounds to try to hurt me legally and to torture me. And so, some topics to discuss. People believe they have to keep a secret as far as their formative years, their psychosocial development. The capacity for conversation is how we kind of approach as objective and neutrally as possible, just no bias and association, and cognition and social etiquette and boundaries, physical and psychosocial emotional boundaries. So COVID might be a topic that's helpful. Is that the best way to approach this? Timeline for when certain events had or hadn't occurred, one of the symptoms, the myriad of symptoms of COVID, and how that's different from the flu, and productive cough versus productive cough, and breath sounds, crackles, or diminished or wheeze, and postnasal drip, your nose and throat, and then parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. And usually, well, viral infections are kind of taken on immune context. I don't really know the history of that. There's people who maybe were prescribed something like prednisone, would discuss the effects of the prescribed prednisone. That's the best way to say that. But to completely deviate from that, some people have sex disorders, like sexual intimacy disorders, not gender identity disorders. They have intimacy disorders that are beyond realization, processing, disappointment in life, if that's the best way to say that. So some people develop fetishes, and I'm not certain how people approach that kind of taboo conversation as far as the level of honesty and authenticity. Sometimes unfortunately, I get the impression that there's not necessarily culture approach to what the intensity associated with the fetish is or isn't. So I would have to decide at this time we didn't have a statistical analysis to know or support or verify, reject, confirm whether or not fetish is on a continuum with necrophile and pedophile, and why that's different sex disorders and avoidance associated with commitment because of fear of loss or rejection. So a trust versus mistrust kind of process, knowing the obsessive compulsive, like idiopathic obsessive compulsive nature that kind of fear hierarchy could cause for people. So sometimes they don't want to risk forfeiting. They have a certain kind of, this is the edge and this is getting too close to the edge. And if I get too close to the edge, I'm gonna like losing control for me is some people, I'm not describing myself, but some people might say every person kind of has those topics where they realize they have to have self-control is what I'm implying. And that's normal. But for some people, they struggle with whatever their goals are associated with whether or not they believe in marriage, for example, and having children. Sometimes they end up losing relationships because of whatever is going on that they almost like, I guess, the topic of addiction or dependency, and realize that this creates a chemical reaction that causes a manifestation of idiopathic behavior that gets beyond, that's like obsessive compulsive. So you can say that. So the reason I don't discuss that any further hypothetically is because I'm not diagnosing, I'm not prescribing, and every situation is really that individualized, and just stay free from association. So someone has an obsession with feces and incontinence. I'm not able to clarify if that's a deviation from necrophile, pedophile, because I don't know the specific characteristics and attributes of quantifying that kind of diagnosis, to be very honest. My understanding is that the DSM-IV criteria are understanding people who are like psychopaths, sociopaths, that they have a little bit of all of that kind of process going on. But criminology is a little bit different. So the criminology, as well as like some people never verify who the killer is, but they know they've had a kind of process. That's where they say that. So a political leader that abuses power and tries to brainwash large groups of people, does stuff to food. Nobody wants to incite fear, drama, or chaos, and without parameters to verify that. So what people have tried to do to me is pretty bad, and I'm not certain that we're at a stage of safety, stability, where we could really discuss this further. We don't like the fact that people try to hurt me. But this is upsetting because we have to endure this, if that's the way to say that. So as far as like a typical day for me right now in scheduling, hours of operation shifted here less than 2 weeks ago, and that's positive. As far as seasonal climate changes and fluctuations, we don't really know what to expect, to be very honest. And we're not referencing, but as far as rest, that is dependent upon whether or not there's precipitation. And we don't know if the little alcove is hospitable right now. And we're able to retreat to where there's like a table and a bench. And so far, that's been okay. As far as the time to get over there, we're really conservative, and I would prefer to be getting situated like around right now. But there's more people over there, and me and my husband are married, but we don't see our parents as problematic, if that's the way to say that. There is a hostility where this is just really upsetting that people have been able to live and lead such dysfunctional lives for so long that they're not even held to account for how just not normal they are. And this is really very extremely disruptive in any and every way. And I don't know if because of what happened with COVID, that there's just like less of a tolerance for this, the incontinence and all of that. Um, and a certain populace of people that there are some people that feel like they're maybe guessing of, gosh, I'm sad because I'm seeing someone that's filthy and I don't know what I'm picking up on, but for some reason I believe this kind of prognosis over what this depicts for me should have been avoided. I'm sad. But then there's other people that there's people that like struggle, and then there's people that don't care. Um, there's some people that seem really very extremely fragile and not. I don't know. I'm not certain um, how to better communicate and distinguishing because of the reality of fluctuation or deviation from a baseline career could be from the lack of knowledge as to what a typical day or routine would be for someone who has chosen to have the ability to like adequately and properly take care of themselves. I don't know how that happens, to be very honest, and I'm sad when I see that. So there's nothing wrong with junkyards or anything like that, but I get very sad, where I experience sadness, and that not always, but just in certain instances, it's like a cascade of a simultaneous observation that's completely random and separate. And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but as far as a phenomenon, as far as physiological experience, it's different. But to be aware of encountering is separate from that. That's the best way to say that. So today, en route from one location to the next, noticing people that looked like a group of models, and comprehension and cognition of a boundary, of not a simulative experience, but of a lifestyle choice and what the commitment to the lifestyle choice really means, and to process the odor of the aesthetic of that, or the tartar of a skin elasticity associated with that. And that's not a concrete rock or a mortar brick. That's the best way to say that. So it's like completely different. So dimension. And some people do use certain kinds of substances to increase their experience, but almost like a pastel color versus a bold color, like a reverberation of, which is not completely a deviation from baseline, if that's the best way to say that, but depth perception, I would say, until is not completely that, if that's the right way to say that. So this is horrible, but dystopian is maybe the best word, right? To remain free from a biased and association, acknowledging a knowledge deficit, just not nonchalantly, indignantly indifferent, but staying focused on one step at a time. So the location that we've been able to retreat to the past 2 days has been positive for many things. The facts of life, toilet hygiene, all of that. We tried to really implement discretion and discernment. We were able to, we finally had some access to money. We were really trying to make sure that we bagged everything, disposing of that appropriately, because that's what we're supposed to do. But we didn't have any like hazard bags or baskets or trash cans. So, and then like having to allow for opportunity for evidence of people just trying to steal stuff, and we don't want people like getting our biological matter and trying to use something they shouldn't be trying to use that for. So there's lots and lots of risk because the reality is they'll take the dirt. This is not even a joke or an exaggeration. They'll scoop out the dirt. They have resorted hypothetically to all sorts of kinds of ways to try to steal. They will, if there's any excrement into a bowl, they will leave it outside the restaurant door and just go right in there and they're shameless and obsessive about that. So we weren't really sure what the solution was. And so that's all for now, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not certain about the location for like a while or if I, because some people smoke cigarettes and everything like that. I tried to not be around secondhand smoke, but they just like, these people like kind of just show up and cause problems with the car exhaust or this and that. So I understand that we are in this situation where we really try to be responsible for ourselves, but they just keep stalking us and showing up when they're not invited. So as far as community and how people maybe do or don't know what's going on and are affected by this and who's safe and who's not safe and how can we, just staying respectful. And some people really do, they try to trick, they try to mislead and misguide. We don't look to strangers for assurance. We really try to create a metric of, what's a heads up? Could you let me know if it's a little more high risk or not high risk? And that's not unrealistic. If you're not going to, if this is just not realistic at all. So I don't understand what's going on, to be very honest. But as far as the trauma, and I don't know how to, without my husband here with me, and this doesn't mean I'm defective or inept, I don't know how to receive any hospitality. I don't know that, I just want to make sure that I'm not being rude or lewd or misunderstanding. But this is a really tough situation hypothetically for a lot of people to even understand is in existence. So yeah, I don't have any comment or statement or opinion about limited information, how this has affected my life, our work. Until there's a show of support that's consistent but never goes away, I don't really know that we're able to allow the conversation in further. We just want to stay respectful and as um, so if one of my brothers, is that okay to say that? My understanding is that nobody is to approach me or speak to me. So I'm kind of to stay respectful and not to be rude. And this is a different segue, so I don't really know what to anticipate or expect. And I'm not avoiding, but like, I'm married. Yeah, but we're at a certain stage right? So, but we're not really like, there's no way around it, right? What I mean to say is that we say a certain stage of family planning, and I want to make sure people understand that we're not overriding reality, and that we don't. This does put me in a different category, if that's the right way to say that. But for me and with my husband, like this is a lot. This would be a long time, right? So I just want people to understand that I don't think of myself differently, if that's the right way to say that. That we discuss childbearing years. That's the way that So whatever is going on should really be no different as far as the hierarchy and mindset of any young woman that's kind of knowing that one day she wants to have kids. That's what it is. But I'm not to really discuss that any further because we don't want any unnecessary, like, we don't want. I am wondering, like, how my brothers are processing this and my dad. But we've been very forthright, and I don't know what their lives were like, so I don't know. We're just different. But I don't know if people are able to fully comprehend that even though I'm like a certain age, I'm still, so we're just not really discussing that right now. Very private family system.